Welcome. Welcome to the love and light that is Unity of Lawrence. I feel like Holly today playing that at Kelly's behest. I was like, I don't know how to play the soundbook. Thank you. And thank you all for braving this gentle, calming rain this morning. It's been so lovely to just take that in. In Unity, we begin everything with prayer. Let's take a centering breath now and open to the divine in all of us and listen to this prayer. With full hearts and open minds, we gather today to accept the endless possibilities of peace on earth and peace in our hearts. We acknowledge the existence of pain and injustice in the world, but we also acknowledge limitless love and our limitless being. We welcome our divine inheritance as co-creators. We know that we are already standing in the light of love, of healing, and of transformation. And so it is. Amen. Our prayer chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray with you one-on-one. If there's anything in your heart to be held in prayer, we invite you to please see Clint after today's service at the front of the sanctuary. Our chaplains will also pray with you during the week. Just fill out a little purple prayer request slip and place it in the wooden box outside the office. Remember that all prayers are confidential unless you would like them to be shared with the congregation. Otherwise, they are held in prayer by Silent Unity for 30 days. And now it's time to join Kelley in singing, I Am Free, I Am Unlimited.
Please stand as you're able. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now, right now. Now let's reach out and greet our neighbors on this beautiful morning. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, Right now I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now.
Thank you. And now it's time for our unity intentions. Please affirm with me unity's founding principle together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And now our Unity of Lawrence vision statement. United in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And finally, our Unity of Lawrence mission statement. We are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. And now, please welcome Kelley home.
Thank you. The song I'm going to play for you right now is based on a poem from World War II called Letter to St. Peter by Elma Dean. And Elma Dean, through a family member, was able to get this, well, she wasn't involved, but a family member was, to get this poem to a wonderful contemporary songwriter named John Gorka. And I want to play it for you now. This is a letter to St. Peter called Let Them In. Let them in, Peter. They are very tired. Give them couches where the angels sleep and light those fires. Let them wake whole again to brand new dawns, fired by the sun and not wartime's bloody guns. And may their peace be deep. Remember where the broken bodies lie. God knows how young they were to have to die. God knows how young they were to have to die. And give them things they like. Let them make some noise. Give them dance hall bands, not golden harps. These are boys. And let them love Peter, for they've had no time. They should have trees and bird songs and hills to climb. The taste of summer in a ripened pear, and girls as sweet as meadow winds with flowing hair. Tell them how they are missed, but say not to fear. Oh, it's gonna be all right with us down here. It's gonna be all right with us down here. Let them in, Peter. Let them in, Peter. Let them in, Peter. Morning, good morning, good morning. I am honored to be here today on this Memorial Day weekend, which is meaningful to me and my family, and I'm sure it is to millions of other families all across this globe. Private First Class Daryl Happy Neal was born in 1922 in Mulberry, Kansas. And when he was 20 years old, he married Wilma Harvey. 4 months later, he was shipped overseas. He served with the 120th Infantry Regiment, 30th Infantry Division. Neal was killed in action on July 7th, 1944 in France during the Normandy campaign. He was 22 years old. After his death, Neal's company commander wrote to his mother saying Daryl had always conducted himself as a, quote, gentleman and a true soldier. First Lieutenant Gerald W. Johnston's B-17 was shot down by German fighters on January 14th, 1945. He was last seen at the controls of the plane, having told the rest of the crew to bail out. 9 of the crew were able to parachute to safety because Johnston kept that plane in the air. They were captured, and they spent the rest of the war in a German POW camp. And one of the men later recounted that the German officer who interrogated him told him that the pilot of his plane had been found dead in the cockpit of the crashed B-17. He kept that plane in the air long enough. He was only 22 years old. He left behind a wife and young son, and for his sacrifice, he was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross and the Purple Heart posthumously. Marine Sergeant Johanny Rosario Picardo's last words were, "They needed me, sir." And she lost her life with 12 of her fellow soldiers when a suicide bomber detonated himself during the disastrous evacuation of the Kabul airport on August 26, 2021. An additional 169 civilians were also killed in the blast. Picardo's last words preceded her helping several women who were being trampled in the crowd of those attempting to escape from the unfolding disaster in that country. The young Marine helped screen women and children so they could be granted passage out. It's estimated that she and those who served alongside her saved as many as 124,000 lives, giving them hope beyond those dark days. Sergeant Picardo's life impacted many, and she was awarded a college degree posthumously from Columbia College in her home state of Massachusetts. Today, unlike Veterans Day, today is Memorial Day, and it honors those who lost their life in service of their country. It's a very different holiday. Sometimes we think of Memorial Day and Memorial Day weekend, and rightfully so, as a time to get together with family and have barbecues and have the kids and go swimming and go to the lake and have fun. And that's all good because we should celebrate those who we remember. But it's not necessarily an appropriate greeting to say, Happy Memorial Day. Imagine if you were Sergeant Picardo's father or mother and you said, Happy Memorial Day. There might be an alternative greeting for them. It might be, we remember your daughter's sacrifice today, thanking her for her service. We hope you have a peaceful Memorial Day. Arthur Ashe said, true heroism is remarkably sober, very undramatic. It is not the urge to surpass all others at whatever cost, but the urge to serve others at whatever cost. When I went to the Washington National Cathedral several years ago with my friend Catherine, it's the 6th largest cathedral in the world. It's a place that welcomes people of all faiths and all backgrounds. And it's also known as a house of prayer for all people. On Memorial Day, there will be a special organ concert open to all, both in person and online. When Catherine and I went to the cathedral, it was during the week, and there were people there. I had never been, and I was astonished at the size of this place. And as you walk in, if you've been there, you know this, you walk in at the very long end, you can see a big stained glass window. One end is the huge, and I mean beyond imagining, organ, pipes of organ. You need to turn around, and there's a huge stained glass window, and all along the sides are individually designed glass windows. And this cathedral is so big that if you took the monument, the big giant Washington monument, and laid it on its side down the middle aisle, it would fit. That's a big place. I was very, very taken by what they do there on a daily basis. And I know it's even more special on Memorial Day, is they stop once an hour for, I think, 60 seconds, and you can hear it over their sound system. Everyone stops and has a moment of silence to remember those who served our country. And there are private little nooks and crannies here and there where you can slip away and have some privacy, little places where you can light a candle, or you can go towards the back and there's a kind of like a nice big library, and you can register your loved one or your friend to have them entered into the house of prayer on a daily basis. At that time, my former brother-in-law was serving for the 4th time in Iraq. And it was brutal, and it was awful, and we were very worried about him coming home. So I entered his name, lit a candle, and every day he was prayed for, along with the myriad of others. You can actually do this online as well. I registered my father to honor his service in the Navy. But the people who gave their lives for our country deserve to be remembered more than just, one day out of the year. They deserve to be remembered on a regular basis. So, again, Memorial Day only honors those who gave their lives during active service. It's not meant for all armed service members. Thanking veterans or those on active duty military is not only unnecessary on Memorial Day, but viewed as inappropriate. On Veterans Day, however, we definitely want to show the love to those who are still with us. One of the stories that my mom tells me that really actually impacted my life was when she was a young girl, when she was 5 years old. She was tap dancing, and she did it so well that she almost became a professional dancer. But one of her parents, my grandmother and grandfather Timmons, were very active because he had in the VFW and the American Legion. Actually, the American Legion was the place where they hung out and had dances and met with others and had a good time. And my grandfather served in the war as well. And one of the things they did as fundraisers was sell poppies. You might have seen those little silk or paper poppies, and they're fundraisers to help veterans who are still with us and to help the families of those whose loved ones gave their life in service to the country. I grew up doing this with my mom when I was little. The American Legion had a table where they sold those, and there were places in town in Emporia, Kansas, where I grew up. And I thought they were cool. They were red. They were pretty. I didn't quite get what the deal was, but I wanted myself a poppy. So I would get one for myself, and I'd put it on. and I would help sell it to others. I'm with my mom on a regular basis over the last couple years, and which is a joy and a privilege. I was with her this week right up until I drove here this morning, and we talked about those poppies. And the poppy is a symbol of war casualties, started with a poem. In the spring of 1915, now that seems like a long time ago, but really it's only yesterday. A Canadian artillery unit brigade surgeon named Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. Can you imagine being a surgeon with an artillery unit? He saw bright red poppies blooming on the war-torn fields where so many soldiers had lost their lives, and he was moved to write a poem called In Flanders Fields. And I want to read that poem for you right now. In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks still bravely singing, fly scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt the dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you, from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. That's a powerful poem. And for a certain generation of people, it meant a lot because it talked about their loved ones, their family members, their husbands, their fathers, their sons. There were women as well that served all along in the military. We do not want to forget that. 2 women made the poppy significant. In different countries, they saw the poem and were inspired in different ways. American University of Georgia professor Moina Michael wrote a poem in response to McCrae's Flanders Fields poem titled We Shall Keep Faith, and she wrote this in 1918. She also started wearing a red poppy in honor of the troops, and she came up with the idea of making and selling red poppies to raise money for veterans. And meanwhile, in France, Anna Guérin organized large poppy drives, making and selling poppies to raise money for widows, orphans, and veterans, and to fund France's post-war restoration efforts. She championed her idea for a, quote, inter-allied Poppy Day. I love the idea, especially these days. Inter-allies, our allies, the united look at the sacrifices that have been made, not just this country or that country or this country, but united. She started Poppy Days worldwide, during which fundraising poppies were sold in many allied countries, including the United States of America. Poppy factories were set up, often employing disabled servicemen and women to make the silk and the paper blooms. And for the 6th year, keeping with the theme of the poppies and what they represent and how they kept on serving others through the many, many years, for the 6th year on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., a 134-foot-long display of poppies that are lit up. On one side, you see the wall of poppies, and on the other side are the stories of some of the people that those poppies represent. It's sponsored by USAA, which is an insurance company that insures veterans and families of veterans. And it's called the Poppy Wall of Honor. And it's huge, and it's lit up, and it's red and beautiful. A reminder of the more than 600,000 men and women who gave everything for us. So in thinking about those who witnessed the loss of their friends in battle, thinking about those who went home and started their lives, how do they go on? How do they deal with those losses? And I thought it was very appropriate in today's daily word for Sunday. The word is comforted. I am comforted knowing God's presence is a blessing now and always. There are times I mourn the loss of a loved one, or perhaps the loss of something that I treasure. I am thankful when those around me acknowledge my loss and comfort me by expressing care and concern. Say their names. Say their names. May we never forget. It may not completely alleviate my pain, but their efforts do lift my mood, even if only for a short while. I also recognize the tender, loving presence of God that is always with and within me and enables me to persevere even in the face of loss. God's comfort is for everyone. The light, love, peace, and comfort of the divine bless all those who are feeling the pain of loss, loneliness, and grief. I pray that the love and care of God flow through me to comfort those who grieve. And from Isaiah 49:13, sing for joy, O heavens, and exalt, O earth. Break forth, O mountains, into singing. For the Lord has comforted his people and will have compassion on the suffering ones. Sing with joy. It's okay to celebrate those who served. It's okay to sing their praises. You know how I feel about singing. I feel like singing almost every doggone day. So, what are the things that we can incorporate from the unity movement that might serve us today? I know some of the things that, well, all the things that are being spoken of today can feel heavy and cumbersome and can bring up memories. We may be thinking of a certain person. We may be thinking of a certain country. We may be thinking of ourselves. So here are some things to try. Say their names. Say them out loud. Say them in your mind. Say their names. Ask to hear their stories, because their story is not all about the day that they gave their life. No. They had rich lives, and many of these men and women were very young. They had so much life in them. We can celebrate that with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Who knows what I would have done when I was 22 years old? What would I have done in that circumstance? Would I have kept flying the plane and say, everybody out, everybody go, go, go? Would I have made that choice at 22? Maybe I would. I don't know. But they did. So we can have a wave of gratitude that washes over us that says, thank you. Thank you for what you did. What great examples and what great inspiration today. Reach out to someone. Offer help. We have a friend who came back from the Vietnam War, who we've gotten to know over the years, who was not thanked when he came home, who has a terrible case of PTSD, who could hardly live with himself for years. It was awful. And he finally, through the encouragement, of his family was able to make himself walk into the VA and say, I need help. And as the years have progressed, we've seen such a gradual, beautiful turning, because he witnessed the death of his friends. He witnessed the things that were hard to see, that no human being should ever have to see. He saw himself doing things that he felt were unforgivable, but he wasn't thanked when he came home. No parade, no thank you, nothing. But there are resources today that were not available then, and were certainly not available in World War II or World War I or the Korean War, on and on and on. But they are now. If you know someone who's suffering in that way, there are resources for those people. So gratitude is number one. Benjamin Disraeli, the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, says, "The legacy of heroes is the memory of a great name and the inheritance of a great example." Oh. These people helped their team. They helped the women and the children. They ran back to help. They said, jump out of this plane. I'm hanging on as long as I can. I want you guys to go. A great inheritance of a great example. And it's not enough just to be grateful. Reflection is an important part of this. Being reflective with quiet time, reevaluating, some vulnerability, and the courage to reflect. Now, our friend had plenty of courage when he needed it, but when he came home, it was hard to access. He needed help. Being courageous enough to walk in and say, geez, you guys, I need some help. I need some help. Before we vow to never forget, we have to remember and learn, said Charles Fillmore. It is the mind that makes the person, and the mind endures even though the body be dissolved. It is the mind that makes the person. So what action can we take? It's time to get to work in our world. Feel that? There is something you can do. What is yours to do? You have a consciousness, and you can make a difference. So, what of those left behind who witnessed these things? What of those veterans? Well, here's some good news for you. Here are a couple of organizations that are powerhouse, positive organizations that these veterans are part of. One of them is called Team Rubicon. Have you heard of that? This organization utilizes the skills and experience of military veterans to deploy rapid response teams in disaster zones, both domestically and internationally. They provide assistance to communities affected by disasters. They work with first responders to offer critical support. As of 2014, now we know that's been a while ago now, they've served over 700 communities. They have impacted 2.9 million individuals, and they have given over 200,000 plus volunteer hours, and that was 11 years ago. Imagine what it is now. Team Rubicon, they can do something in honor of those who didn't come home with them. They are serving. And another organization is called The Mission Continues. It's a national nonprofit organization that empowers veterans to leverage their skills and leadership for the betterment of under-resourced communities. They focus on community research and community service initiatives, working with the local communities to address the specific needs and to make a positive impact right now. They have a mission. And for folks who come home and who have served, even for a short time or for a long time, to have a mission To serve others is a big deal, and it's inspiring, and it inspires some who don't feel like getting out of the house to get up and get on that mission with others who understand a lot about what they have been through previous to this. And according to their website, they have 93,000 volunteers. Does that tell you something? These men and women want to serve their country, whether they are still active in service or not. They want to serve. And I want to just put in a little aside. There are more good people in our world than not. No matter what the media says, no matter what certain individuals want to bark out into our world, there are more good people in our world. And you're part of that, right here in this Unity of Lawrence community. Boy, have I seen some things happen with folks here that are life-changing and positive. I'm honored to be part of this community. The mission continues, has completed 8,620 service projects. 8,620 service projects. Ay, ay, ay. And they've served 4,000 community organizations. This is a big deal, you guys. So it can be easy to forget our history, where we come from, where our country has come from, and where our ancestors come from. When we remember what Memorial Day is acknowledging, we can't help but have our hearts broken open with gratitude for those who gave so much. And sometimes that's uncomfortable. But if we are serious in our spiritual practice, and it's a practice, you know, we're all just doing the best we can. I know I am. I'll be practicing till the day I'm no longer in this body. I'm practicing. I'm giving it a shot. The spiritual practice is important, and the work that we do inspired by it. I think we have to keep our hearts open. We have to support one another in the process of that. This is a good environment to do that. I'm speaking to everybody in this room, to myself, to people watching online, supporting each other and keeping our hearts open. Ooh, it can be inspiring, lifting up, it can be painful, but it's important. It's open hearts and open minds that can change our world, that will say, what can I do? Who am I honoring today? To celebrate and to remember as a community, it lifts us, it empowers us, it reminds us we are not alone. So before I go into meditation, I'd like to end with this. This is a quote from Jennifer Grandholm, who says, ceremonies are important, but our gratitude has to be more than visits to the troops and a once-a-year Memorial Day ceremony. We honor the dead best by treating the living well. So I would like you to get comfortable in your seat. Take a nice, deep, cleansing breath, and I mean a big one. I'm going to play us into meditation. In this sacred time, in this sacred place, we are not alone as we walk in grace. We are all walking. We are all walking. We are all just have to lose and everything to gain. Take my hand and I will give you my heart. It's a rough road to travel, but it's a good day to start. For we are all walking, we are all walking, we are all just walking each other home. You're not meant to walk alone. You don't ever have to be that strong when the burden is too much to bear. Turn around, I will be there. We are all walking, we are all walking, we are all just walking each other home. So we get comfortable in our seats or wherever we are at this moment. We take another deep breath in and release. And we are rest assured that we are not alone. We are immersed in the divine at all times. It's a good day to start. And we are filled with gratitude for those who made the ultimate sacrifice and for those who remain. We are grateful that we are all the divine's children, no matter our country, our creed, the color of our skin. We are all walking each other home at this very moment. And we feel a deep release in knowing we are safe in the arms of our Creator, who walks with us through every storm, who walks with us today in this sacred time, in this sacred place. And we take a moment of silence to remember. What a privilege it is to be alive on this day. And as we slowly come back to this room or wherever we are at this moment, we yet again breathe with gratitude. Beautiful the spacious skies, her amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plains. America, oh America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brother and sisterhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife. Oh, who more than self their country loved, and mercy, mercy more than life. Oh, America, America, may God thy gold refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. Oh, beautiful for patriot dream that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undim my human tears. Oh, America, America, God shed her grace on thee, and crown thy good with brother and sisterhood, from sea to shining sea.
And as our ushers come forward for our time of thanks, I invite you to join me as we hold our gifts to this community in our hands and love in our hearts. Let's affirm together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And as the love offering is collected, let's join Kelley in singing, How Can I Serve Today?
How can I serve today, sweet Spirit? How can I serve today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Now who needs my love today, sweet Spirit? Who needs my love today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Now how can I
And here's our prayer of thanks. Please listen. We are grateful and we bless the flow of good that supports our unity community. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth only to return again and again. And so it is. Amen. And now for our opportunities. A special welcome to our guests today. Thank you for joining us, whether it's in here or via the interwebs. For more information about Unity of Lawrence and the Unity Movement, please pick up a welcome packet in the foyer. The June Bulletin is also now available. I'm sorry I don't have one with me, but it has the beautiful rainbow, so please pick up one of those. Our Sunday lunch bunch is meeting today at Perkins. Please join us for lunch and great fellowship. Also, please be sure to fill out the brief survey from our board. This is a chance to let us know what you would like, what you don't like, suggestions for changes. The survey is available in our e-news email that goes out. There are also physical copies in the foyer if that is easier for you as well. Please remember that we have open meditations here every Tuesday at 6:30 right here in the sanctuary, and everyone is welcome. Our men's group gathers on Thursdays at 7 p.m., bringing those who identify as male and non-binary together in a safe place where we can learn to open our hearts and minds and truly be heard by others in an accepting environment. FYI, the Sacred Sound Lab is canceled for today due to the holiday week. Saturday, June 7th, is the Lawrence Pride Parade. We will be in it. The sign-up sheet is out in the foyer. We would love to have you all participate and represent Unity of Lawrence. Please join us next Sunday when our new speaker, Bethany Shipley, brings us the message, Living Your Light, the Power of Individual Expression, with special music by Joy Zimmerman. And now it's time to rise as you are able to sing the peace song.